Hello there and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn's Revenge 3.0 preview playthrough as the New Republic. In the last few episodes, we've pretty much wiped out the majority of the Ariadu Authority. They have one more planet here, Yagdol, and they also have some forces here at Glova. We did have a bit of a rough battle where we lost some stuff, but I'm thinking we'll be able to close out on Glova. I would really like to do that, at least. So if we can just quickly jump down there and do that, then that would be really nice. So Vondark, your forces are now going to be down here. And I think I did mean to spy on Glova with that, just so we have a better idea of what's going on the ground, which is apparently very little. So yeah, we're good. But yeah, so this is being recorded live on Twitch, so for those of you watching on YouTube, I will be doing my best to answer some questions as we go through from Twitch chat. But let's see. We did announce a potential release date for Thrawn's Revenge 3.0 since the last episodes were recorded. Right now, the tentative hope is for the mod to release on January 14th. So the in-game menu should be updated probably by the time this episode comes out, but that is the plan, unless something major goes wrong. Luckily, Fall of the Republic has been able to act as kind of like a semi-beta period for Thrawn's Revenge as well, and there's one major bug that has been being a problem in Fall of the Republic, where the saves will sometimes be really weird. We think that happens only if you save in the last little bit of the week, on like specific frames, so we still need more information from that. But if Thrawn's Revenge ends up not getting that bug reported, that'll give us even more information to fix it in Fall of the Republic. And the next dev cycle for 3.1 and 1.1 is going to be very short, so it'll be a bit easier for us to or it's less of a concern for us to, if we're able to fix that with that information, then we'll be happy. Ginny's asking, will you ever consider adding an Eli Vanto type event? That would be a Galactic Civil War thing.
Yes, can do.
Like having anything to do with Eli Vanto, unless there's a specific thing you mean by that. But
building started.
Let's drop some
Right away.
of that there. T4, some ACs.
Reinforcements en route. We've secured a build pad. Sensor node.
Will this give us
constructed.
much information? I've always thought this was a kind of neat map. Like, landing in the middle.
All weapons loaded.
It does mean artillery is going to be pretty useful for us here.
Complete.
So let's,
Moving out.
oh,
All right, man. Take cover. Will do. T4 permanent.
get out of there.
Give me the time.
But yeah, this playthrough started before the icons and all that were done for the resource structures and everything, and before some of the buttons were moved around in the galactic level. So it is a little bit different from what you guys are going to be playing. Can we go up through here? I think it would be neat if there was like a land access kind of beachhead here that you could go for.
Reporting.
But we'll just keep shelling their food production, which seems kind of unnecessary and evil.
Reporting in. Heading out.
We have to do it. It's more of like a distribution port rather than like the actual farm. If that's any better.
Our
Yes,
base
sir.
is under attack.
Right away. Right.
Alright. Keep going up there. You guys can keep coming up and helping. Like we know they don't have that much in the way of defenses here. So I'm pretty happy to just send everyone forward like this. Stick Shark is saying, Corey in Galactic Conquest, you can rearrange your ground forces and structures for defense. Is it possible to do that for space structures? Unfortunately, no. You wouldn't be able to mod in those abilities.
Destroy.
Right away.
Those kinds of edits to core functionality aren't really feasible in Empire at War.
Secure a build pad.
for stuff that we're able to do, it's usually stuff that's kind of like our own systems built on top of stuff the game can already do. So like even the resources and stuff, that is done via like an extra level of Lua scripting. So we aren't able to do that kind of thing. We wouldn't be able to add that mechanic.
Ready.
Are you able to
Torpedoes away.
hit from here? Stop attacking those.
Roger that. Fall out, troops. Let's move out.
All right, we'll get some more landers,
Awaiting orders.
and
Copy.
or we're not getting more landers. We're gonna land some more
I
troops.
copy.
We've secured a landing zone.
Reporting.
Let's go.
All right, you guys are gonna come and
Keep
help.
going. Yes, sir. Yes, Commander. We are heading us off.
All right, more of this. Some more AACs. Maybe the T3s as well. I was gonna build
Lost a
a
build
repair thing
Yes,
there,
sir.
but
Spread
it's
out,
a
man.
little bit too late for that right now.
Fall out. Yes, Commander.
All right, come over this way, and let's get some more infantry so they don't have an easy access there. Thank you, Alexander Wright, for the subscription. Hope you're having a great stream, Corey. Thank you for the work. Well, appreciate it.
All weapons loaded. T4B ready.
All right, we can move out here again, and we'll use the spotter actually. Get on in there. I think our artillery is hitting this area. Yep, it is able to hit all the way through there.
Tank brigade here. Let's go.
I'm gonna send this one around just in case there's anything waiting up there, but I don't think there's much left for units. We're gonna want to kill the AA turret here, but yeah, get over there.
Copy.
unit
All right.
destroyed.
The spotter didn't last long,
Keep going.
and those asteroids.
This way.
Virginia's saying, can you please make Kyle Katarn a Jedi Knight for Era 3? Kyle is always a Jedi in the
Over
mod.
there.
He doesn't need to become one.
T4B mobile.
Whenever he's present in the mod, he's present as a Jedi Knight. We don't have a non-Jedi version of Kyle.
Underway. Almost there. Heading out. Right away.
We've secured
Gold Squadron commencing
Let's see if we can get you back there.
Gold Squadron commencing attack.
bombardment
For
And
attack.
got the AV turret here. It's dead.
Form up.
We've lost a
Kill the food production. That actually made it pretty far up. Killed the Moth Palace.
Heading out, sir.
Alright, and I think they had 2 resource structures here, actually.
Fall out.
I didn't really need to use that for that. But it was fun.
We can cover you.
build pad.
Attack. Fire.
Alright, what do we got here? The factory. Industrial parts.
Awaiting
We've
orders.
lost a build pad.
Let's go. I copy. I copy.
We've secured a build pad.
Reporting. Keep going. Yes, sir.
Alright, now you all die.
Open fire.
And then they'll probably retreat.
Attack that target. I'll follow your lead.
We've lost a build
This
pad.
Attacking
If
target.
they're out of structures, they'll usually end up deciding to retreat. We know they have some,
Yes,
We've
Commander.
lost a build pad.
Yes.
we know they have some units in a bunker over here.
Ready.
They'll often still decide to retreat. Oh, they're coming for us.
For the Alliance.
I guess they built a field base that we'll need to deal with.
Can do.
Sensor
Ready.
node constructing.
Avoiding fire.
I really don't need to spend this money, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
Construction complete.
Heading out.
Yes, sir. Right away. All Weapons loaded.
Alright, you guys... That's actually slightly dangerous. What is this? This is an anti-vehicle turret.
Artillery online.
Can you hit this one
Enemy
instead?
targeted.
No?
Affirmative.
For the rebellion.
Okay, go for the
Moving ahead.
AA turret.
Forward. They're falling back.
Okay, there we go. They are leaving. I guess it wasn't actually field base there, unless I just can't see it. They did have the bunker up here, but it looks like they all just got out and ran. Necrocade's asking, any chance of the other assault frigate mark to be added to the one that looks like a Mon Calamari Kiraman cruiser? It's not impossible that we do the assault frigate Mark II eventually. It's not really something that'd be a high priority for us, but it's not impossible.
System control achieved.
It'd probably be the kind of thing that ends up like being a unit swap for like research or something. It wouldn't be a straight up new unit becoming available.
We're heading out.
Let's turn you into a Golan 3.
Under construction.
And I wouldn't hate having Vergesso. What do they have there? I feel like we can probably kill that with this fleet. That'd be fun, right? Just going for that. Yeah, that guy says affirmative. That is going to be fun.
Fleet approaching.
Coming in at if again. Oh crap. This will be tougher. Chief of State election has been held. Navik the Red has won the New Republic election.
Tactical battle imminent.
Alright. Let's see. I wonder if that actually has something to do with it. The hints. This seems a bit more difficult for us to hold off. Is the Nebulon B Mark II available for any factions? No. It used to be in the mod, but it doesn't work
We've located
with
the
good
enemy.
models as well as it does with bad models. It's not my favorite design, and it's kind of redundant, so...
Ready.
Shit, this was before Rhino switched all the markers as well. So, in the up-to-date builds, much like in Fall of the Republic, the Golans are in front of the shipyards, but obviously that's not the case right here, right now. Oh shit, brother-in-law fight. See, I get along with my brother-in-law, so we wouldn't have this situation come up. But we're gonna have Soontir and Wedge shooting at each other.
Cruiser standing by.
Reinforcements en route.
Reporting for duty.
Reinforcements en route.
Your order, sir.
Alright, Quasars, just get
Roger, sending
back
orders,
there.
At your command. Armed and ready.
Fighters
Bombers at the
here.
ready. Flight systems
Your orders?
engaged.
Ready for commands. Cruiser responding.
So we'll see if we're able to
Weapons charged.
take anything out, but
Affirmative.
it's not likely.
Frigate reporting.
Copy that.
Yes, Commander? Yes, sir. That's all they have? Reporting in, sir. You calling for me, sir?
There's the Lancers on this side.
Target
Okay,
is-
Rogris.
Yes, Commander.
Let's see if we can get anything done on
Reporting
him.
in.
Wedge, go for Soontir.
Roger that. It's as good as gone. Ready.
You know what?
Use
Let's
enough.
let's back
Sir.
off.
Yes, sir.
We'll
Keep
back
your eyes
off
open
and we'll
for
see.
fighters. I
if we're able to do anything with everyone together. We're definitely not going to be able to, but... You consider making the Liberty have Imperial Star Destroyer damage. If you mean buffing the Liberty to be on the level of the ISD, then definitely
We're
not.
drawing a
Bombers
fire.
reporting in.
Reporting for duty.
The Liberty and ISD are both
Attack.
basically where they're supposed to be for damage and other
Roger that.
stats.
I can't see him. Ah!
Going for the shipyards with this one.
Going
I've got
for the
one on
lasers.
me. I've got one on me.
Your orders? Moving to coordinates.
Ready for command. Roger that. Open fire on those
Should we go
laser
around for another
cannons.
pass?
Coming around.
Awaiting Frigate reporting.
I've got one on me.
Open fire.
Form up.
I can't
All
see him.
hands
Ah!
attack.
Is there a ration new to 3.0? He's been around for a while. I think he's one of the characters that have been like shuffled in and out from different places over the years. So
Awaiting orders.
I've got one on me.
I think he's in slightly different positions than he would have been before. But he's not new per se.
Enemy unit disabled.
Open fire on those laser cannons.
Yes, sir.
Wedge.
Easy target.
Do that.
They've disabled our lasers. Someone's on my tail.
Copy.
Incoming fire.
Copy. Transfer
Get 'em off me.
all power
Keep
to
your eyes open.
shield.
We're drawing their fire.
Prepare for
All right,
jet
we gotta go.
space.
I've got hostile.
We're not going to be able to kill him and then make it worth it.
I've got one on me.
Crossfire. Our
Incoming
lasers
fire.
are inoperable.
We could have done something with the Golan too, but
Drive system is down.
Ah! I've got one on me.
I don't know that even that would have been that much, so... Life is hard. This will be relative, like, we did upgrade a lot of this stuff in anticipation of being attacked at Ifkin. So it's not unexpected that this would happen. We're still okay with it. You guys get up there. We're going to have that battle at Vergesso. We did want to take Yagdol.
Will be there shortly.
Really, do we want to take Yagdol, though? We could go for Chardon instead. And then the Empire would have to go through Yagdol to attack us.
Tactical battle imminent.
That might be a better move. We might just retreat. Yeah, we'll probably just retreat.
There they are.
How are the Hapens new stuff coming? They're going to be more of a focus soon, but we haven't been directly working on
Choose
more of their stuff.
reinforcements.
Ceritzal did put some early looks at their models, but we need to figure out what we want to do with the material types for them before we move any further there.
Right away. Coordinates received.
So all their space models are done, and then some of their infantry is actually done, but beyond that,
Weapons charged.
the ground units will still need to be done, and all the textures.
Frigate moving out. Moving to attack position. Forward.
We should be able to
Frequency open.
deal with these fighters.
Frigate responding.
Got to get our other Nebulon B in range.
Reporting.
The typical big-scale, large-scale battles that you guys expect from Thrawn's Revenge.
Generators.
Some neutron stars and an MC-40 is the biggest ships in the fleet.
Ready for action. Engaging
Alright,
enemy.
kill the Y-Wings.
We're in attack range.
Yes, sir. Target the heavy guns.
Frigate standing by. Enemy target sighted.
Alright. Keep hitting the Y-wings. Because they're pretty close to being out of bombers.
Heading out. Roger
And I'm going to move this one to the back.
Ready.
Alright, you're going to go up there.
Priority is the
They do have some anti-fighter for us.
Form up. Attack.
I do really enjoy when you get some of these smaller battles.
standing by.
They're very different in how they end up playing out, and I always find them kind of fun to
Waiting orders.
tactically
Target
as well.
priority is the laser cannon.
Responding.
Alright, we're gonna turn power to weapon, or power to shields on, rather.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Copy. Engines activated. The lasers are our
Alright.
target.
Haunted Shores asking, what ship does Grievous have in each campaign? He always has the same update or upgrade system, where his lowest level is a Munificent. It's not based on campaign. It's he starts in Munificent, or he might start in a different one depending on campaign, but he always has the same system of if you can upgrade him from the Munificent to the Renator, which is a Recusant Dreadnought, or Invisible Hand, which is the Providence, and then the Renator and Invisible Hand can each be updated or upgraded into the Malevolence rather.
Weapons charged.
So that's always how that works.
Weapons
All right,
charged.
you back off. Yeah, no, and this is the playthrough where the pilots were accidentally left on. So my fighter spawns are basically just from patron units right now,
Frigate responding.
which is ironic because this is the first LP I've set them up to use the script themselves, but then I had to
Fire.
disable it.
Ready for action.
So I'm basically playing on a harder mode.
Our shields will
Alright,
blast
rather than
off
chasing
as
down
we-
those
All victorious.
couple CR90s, I'll just auto-resolve there.
System control achieved. Tactical battle imminent.
Alright, this is going to be rough. Oh, I meant to zoom into here. 3 artillery pieces, that's what I'm really worried about. We have enough infantry that I'm not especially worried about them. I'm more worried about these guys. So once the 3 artillery companies are dead, I think we'll be able to handle ourselves. We have base defenses, so that's handy.
T2B over. Ready to roll.
Heading out, sir.
Ooh, this is gonna be really rough for them.
Form up.
The build pads right there can be
Awaiting orders.
a little
Copy.
abusive.
I copy.
We've secured a
Reporting.
build pad.
Let's move out.
This actually, you can recreate that image of them pretty well.
We've secured a build pad. We've
Yes, sir.
secured
Let's
a
go.
build pad.
Yes, Commander.
All right.
Turret constructed.
I don't know that we're really going to be in much danger of losing this.
Ready.
We've secured a build
Yes.
pad.
I'm gonna build a couple lines of turrets.
Turret
Ready.
constructing.
Affirmative.
We've secured a build pad.
Reporting in. This way.
Ready to roll.
Construction complete.
Roger that.
All right, let's
Turret
do
constructed.
vehicle.
Form up.
Over there.
Construction complete.
Awaiting orders.
Can do.
We've secured a build
Copy.
pad.
Vehicle.
Turret
Infantry.
Turret
Infantry.
Got it.
I need to remember not to build field bases or support field bases, particularly in this one.
Copy. On it, sir.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Yes, Commander.
Construction
Ready.
complete.
Heading out.
Because the Let's Play was started on a
Construction
build where
complete.
that
Here,
was
sir.
not working.
Yes, sir.
The support field bases were causing a crash at that point. It's all coming back to me. It's been a good 2 weeks since I've played this one, so...
We've
let's
secured
do
a landing
that.
zone. We've secured
Ready.
a build pad.
Beginning construction.
Affirmative.
Sensor
I don't think the
enemy is
commander ones
approaching.
had a
Boarding in.
problem.
There they are.
Alright.
construction complete.
They're sending a lot of Nogri assassins
Ready
in.
to roll.
Right away.
Construction
Moving ahead.
complete.
Nice new props. Alright, here come some armies troopers. You know what? The commandos can handle that.
Construction
move out.
complete.
Yes? Give me a target. I can do that. Need something destroyed?
Spreading out.
Always
Our
ready,
base
sir.
is under attack.
Where do you need me?
Roger that.
Alright, you guys are too far up now.
Keep going. This way.
Form up.
Got something for me?
Alright.
Roger that.
Commandos.
All right, men, take cover.
Moving out.
It looks like they built a field base as well.
I copy.
Let's get over there.
Adjust
See if we can
the
defend the
damage.
turbo laser at all.
Copy.
I'd rather defend as much as possible in the actual
Fire!
shield, but if we gotta wait for
Reporting.
we gotta kill the vehicles for the infantry to, or kill the infantry for the vehicles to come to us rather, then that's what we will
Got 'em
do.
in my sight.
Yes, sir. Over there.
Awaiting orders. They'll never
Oh
see
shit,
it coming.
that's
Spread out, men.
nope,
Unit
stop it.
destroyed.
I copy.
Alright, get over here.
Unit destroyed.
On the move.
Unit destroyed.
Transmission received. Target confirmed. Will do. I'll get the drop on him. I'll neutralize him.
There will be more adjustments to how the
Reporting.
minor faction AI works in Fall of the Republic, especially when you're on different difficulty levels, like and with Cruel enabled and stuff. Because right now that works the same way. Like, if you turn on Cruel, it's actually more of a benefit for
Can do.
the CIS because of the minor factions. It switches their AI as well, I'm pretty sure.
Open fire.
So we'll need to change that a little bit. We basically want them to very rarely attack. They'll still attack sometimes, but it'd be a lot more rare than it is now.
Yes, Commander. Loud and clear. Right away.
Avoiding fire.
Orders confirmed.
Alright. You guys are gonna go
Yes.
for
Got him
the
in my sight.
vehicles. That's
Attack.
or go for the infantry. And that means the turret will be able to do a bit more work.
Ready to roll. Form up.
Like, we killed most of that infantry swarm that they were trying. I think it was, what, 7 of these
Base is
companies?
under attack. Turbo laser tower destroyed.
I think it was 7. Can you turn and shoot that? You make vids on the Bad Batch? Yep, when Bad Batch is coming out, just like me and Ek did with The Mandalorian, I'll be doing some datapad videos on that, as well as we'll have Tap Transmissions episodes. It's honestly, I think for both of us, it's not the show we're most looking forward to,
Turbo laser tower
but-
destroyed.
like, we'll still cover it.
Copy. Advance. Forward.
Like, they're really not going to be able to get through the shield. The build pads along the perimeter here are probably
Right away.
a bit too much.
And it's charged.
Especially with the turrets. Like, these turrets being outside, like this turret being outside is a bit better, but I think it's going to be relatively easy for us to hold off here.
Spreading out.
Weapons ready.
We're right behind you.
Yeah, look at that. That's rough, buddy.
Turret
Get our money back.
Moving out.
We've lost
We've
a
got your
build
back.
pad.
Alright, we know they have field bases,
Yes,
though.
Commander.
So we'll probably end up waiting for that.
Ready. Heading out.
I'm not gonna go for the field bases just yet. No, you guys stay here.
Awaiting
You
orders.
guys get a bit further up.
D2B, copy. I copy.
Triple laser tower destroyed.
Targeting enemy. Armor standing by.
Copy. I copy.
All right, men. Take cover.
Armor ready.
Reporting. Right.
Stay back. There we go. Hold. Anti-vehicle turret. Yeah, that's gonna die. Slowly but surely. It's the first High Republic book still on the docket for the next Tap transmissions, or still Darksaber.
Ready to
So,
roll.
I think we're probably going to do a Young Jedi Knights book first. We'll have the episode
that.
where we do the emails that we've been missing for the last few months. So for those of you who don't know, because I think there's really not as much of an overlap between Datapad and Loses. I have a podcast with Eckhart's Ladder called Tap Transmissions, where we read Star Wars books and talk about other Star Wars stuff.
Yes, sir.
It's been mostly about The Mandalorian recently, especially while Eck was waiting, or not waiting. Eck was parenting his new baby. But now that she's all grown up and moved out, we're going to be getting back into the podcast. So it'll probably be, we're going to have an email catch-up episode next, and then after that it'll probably be a Young Jedi Knights episode, because we were in the middle of reading that stuff. Kind of ease back into it there. But we are going to be covering like High Republic and Alphabet Squadron and the Thrawn books and stuff as they come out. The previous Alphabet Squadron, we both got review copies for it, so I'm hoping that happens again and we'll be able to do some more of these books like right as they're coming out. But if that doesn't happen, then it'll probably end up being like a week after they come out.
Heading out.
Spread out, men.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, that channel is called Corey's Datapad, if
Armor ready.
people want to check that out.
Avoiding fire.
Alright, I think we're pretty close to wiping out these ground forces.
Ready to roll.
I will
Let's move out.
start here. Let's do that. I'll sell this for some repairs.
Roger that.
I'm here, sir.
You guys hold back.
Right away.
Form up. Let's go.
No, they still have enough that I'm not gonna go forward yet.
Ready. Moving ahead.
We haven't really lost much of our infantry either,
Awaiting
but
orders.
that could easily change with them trying to run some Time Maulers into us.
Reporting in. Squad, advance.
Alright, you guys get back here.
Copy. This way. I copy. Ready to roll.
Construction complete.
Reporting.
Get out of there. You need to heal.
Roger that.
So the bombing raids and stuff, they do AoE damage, and the shield doesn't stop the AoE. So if you hit stuff right on the edge of a shield, it'll still do damage inside, if it's an AoE damage thing. MK is asking, do you think there are things that Star Wars Rebellion did better than Empire War? I think a lot of the galactic level mechanics they have a lot more depth than Empire War does. Where in base Empire War, like the galactic level is largely just a set of essentially a battle building simulator, whereas the battles in Rebellion are definitely not as good.
Target in range. We're right with you. Main cannons charge. Will do. T2B, copy. I copy.
And there are like elements of Stellaris and Paradox games and Rebellion stuff that we think those games do better, that we try to move into Empire War where we can.
Advancing.
Base is under attack.
Does artillery do the same thing? Well, it's basically any AoE damage where it'll hit here, but it'll still do its blast radius. For like not here specifically. If it's shot on another map, it wouldn't hit right there. But you get the idea.
Attack that target. For the rebellion. Attacking
Jesus. This has got to be a huge chunk of the Imperial forces.
Ready to roll.
Or the Imperial ground forces, at least.
Advance.
Soon the Star Destroyer is just going to come kill us. Alright, you guys get back under the safety of the shield.
Awaiting orders. Form up. Forward. Awaiting orders. Right away.
Alright. I'm going to start sending some of these out to see if there are field bases that they're taking. And if we're going to be able to
Let's go.
do anything about those. I feel like Ifgin is going to be under attack a lot. So...
Keep going. I copy. Fire at will.
Alright, this one's not a field base.
Reporting.
Oh god.
Yes, sir. Yes, Commander.
Speeder bike's coming in.
Let's
You
move
guys get
out.
back under the shield.
Let's go.
Richie's asking, is Fallen Order 2021 happening? I don't know if Fallen Order would be coming out in 2021, but it seems like there are several Star Wars games that are in development. Because there was a tweet from someone in the story group.
D2B, copy.
Or was it someone in the story? It was Matt Martin.
We've lost.
So Matt Martin tweeted out that he was really excited for the future of Star Wars gaming right now, or the current period of Star Wars gaming, which means unless he really, really likes one game that he knows of coming out, then it would seem like there's more in the works than that. Like that there's multiple games currently in the works, which I think is really exciting too. That's all the information we really have on what would be next. Like, obviously Fallen Order is going to be coming, Fallen Order 2 is going to be coming at some point, but there's no official information on that. So maybe they do something like Squadrons where we got it announced and then released within the same few months, but we'll see what ends up happening.
I'm here, sir. Ready.
But like, in the last 2 years, we got two really good games in Fallen Order and Squadrons, I think. So if we get that, but more, because like those games are of more specific genres, so it's going to be the case where they don't appeal to as many people as like some other titles might. But I like the idea that there can be these kind of more niche games, and even if one title doesn't appeal to someone, then maybe there will be something else coming out that does. Like, I really like that being a possibility. So hopefully that means good things are coming.
Armor standing by.
Held it off again.
plotted.
Yeah, we're getting Lego Skywalker Saga, but I feel like that wasn't I feel like that one thing wasn't what he was referring to.
Ready to roll. Roger that.
I'm not saying that's not exciting. I don't think that's what they're doing.
Copy. Form up. I copy. I've got him in my sight. Forward. Awaiting orders.
Our base
Reporting.
is under attack.
Haunted Shore's asking, how do you think EA has handled Star Wars? I don't think the Battlefront games are as bad as most do. There's been a lot less made compared to the golden age of early to mid 2000s. So I definitely think that there should have been more games, but I also think, I've talked about this in a few videos, just offhand, that if you look at the way games were coming out for the last 10 years or so, it's not super weird. Like, it's not unique to Star Wars that there were only one or two games. Like, I think the Battlefront game, like, the gameplay in Battlefront is fine in Battlefront 1 and 2, like, new Battlefront 1 and 2. I don't think it's fantastic. I don't hate it. I do hate it when there's a bunch of heroes involved, but again, I don't think they were really bad games. I think the thing that really screwed them was the microtransaction stuff, which luckily is something that hasn't shown up in Fallen Order and in Squadrons, and it seems like, based on that that is something that they've moved away from with with this property. Especially if they're letting, because they seem to be letting the development studios kind of go their own direction with everything, which is good.
Right away. Armor ready.
So
Ready to roll.
I don't love EA, but I also don't think it. I don't think you can really point to the lack of games as being like this is a sign of EA kind of thing. Where, like, if you look at the games that were being played mostly over the last 10 years, there wasn't quite the same number of games that were coming out like they were before, where you'd have a new game every year or two. And if you look at LucasArts before the takeover and before the license was given to EA, there were a lot of canceled projects from LucasArts. And like most of these big titles that people think about from the kind of 2004 to 2008 period, where they did have sequels being made under LucasArts before the buyout and before the contract was given to EA, and all those games got canceled before the buyout. Like, LucasArts was in rough shape, and that'd be why the contract went to EA rather than Disney just leaving LucasArts how it was. Like, that company was not in good shape. So you kind of have to look at it in the context of that rather than solely being like, what did EA do with the license? You kind of have to look at what the state of Star Wars gaming was between, what was it, like 2009 to 2012 as well. I think it was 2012. Because it wasn't like we were getting all these games and then suddenly EA got the license and then there was nothing. It was, we got all these games, then we stopped getting all these games, then a bunch of games got canceled, some more got announced, and stuff like 1313 was still in development and that got canceled by EA. That is on them, but we also don't know what's going on with those projects. Where it's like, it was part of a longer pattern of Star Wars games getting canceled, and really, it wasn't like, there wasn't quite as much interest in Star Wars between 2008 to the release of Force Awakens. So it wasn't quite the same market that there is now. Like, whatever people want to say about, whatever your opinion is on the sequel trilogy, like, a lot of stuff has kind of sprung up in the fandom since then. And it's not...
Armor standing by.
It's not like EA was the immediate cause of a lack of Star Wars games. Like, the idea, maybe they would have been able to put in like the current era of being able to have these kinds of games like Squadrons and Fallen Order seem like
Roger that.
they could work. Maybe they would have worked if they did it earlier.
Awaiting
But
orders.
if
Copy.
you kind of look at the rest of the industry,
Copy.
then maybe they could have gotten a bit more ahead of the curve.
Reporting.
But it doesn't really
Yes,
seem
sir.
like that was quite as
Yes,
viable
Commander.
for a few years. So it's really hard to say.
Fire at will. Advancing. Advance.
Because, like, there was KOTOR 3, there was Repcom 2, there was Battlefront 3. These were all games that were, like, canned under LucasArts, basically. And seemed like some of them were just at the start, some of them were kind of in development hell. There were games like Empire at War where LucasArts wasn't even letting them patch the game. So it was...
Armor standing by.
It's not so obvious the distinction between how LucasArts was operating and how EA was operating for a while. Like, I would have preferred having more stuff coming
Move it
out.
out.
And I didn't even play Battlefront 1.
Roger that.
I enjoyed parts of Battlefront 2, but I'm never playing that game again.
Form up.
But, like, yeah,
Heading out.
I feel like Fallen Order
Awaiting orders.
and Squadrons kind of shows it to be on a better
Fall
path
out,
right now.
troops.
So we'll see
Copy.
what we're going to get
Let's
from that.
move out. I copy. Reporting. Targeting. Yes, sir.
Nope, back off.
Let's go. Keep going. Firing. This way. Yes, Commander.
Unit
Rip.
destroyed.
Ready. I've got him. in
Well,
my
let's finish the
sight.
rest of that off.
Cannons charged. D2B over. Weapons ready. Over there. D2B, copy.
Unit destroyed.
I copy. Armor standing by.
All right.
Armor
Let's go.
ready. Ready to roll. On it, sir.
And I think we're at the point where we
I'm
can
here, sir.
Moving out.
relatively
Roger
safely...
that.
Oh, what are you doing there, champ?
Unit destroyed.
Okay.
Form up. Course plotted. Adjusting navicomputer.
They got a couple units hanging around, but
Advancing.
we've killed that entire invasion stack.
Ready.
That was a good 20 minutes, I
Heading
think.
out. Awaiting orders. Advance.
Virginia, please leave those messages in the bots. There's a timer between them.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Copy.
I appreciate the sentiment,
Forward.
but
Targeting enemy.
let the bots do their
Right
job.
away. Moving out.
Reporting in.
I copy.
There is that sentry tank.
Fall out, troops. Yes, sir. Let's move out. Ready to roll.
You guys don't need to take cover.
Right away.
Yes, Commander. Roger that.
Moving ahead.
Ready. Form up.
Heading out, sir.
This is a very brave little soldier. Brave little toaster.
T2B over. Target in range. Awaiting orders. Firing.
Copy.
Fall out.
It looks like they may have another
Will do.
field base down there.
T2B, copy. I copy. Armor standing by. Let's
We've
go.
secured a
Nope, don't let it get back to that Healy base.
Main cannons
No
charged.
healing.
Armor ready.
Reporting.
Yeah, that's a definite field base in
For the
there.
Alliance.
Squad, advance. Yes, sir.
You
Let's
guys
move
go
out.
around.
Yes, Commander.
We've lost a build pad.
They don't have anything at this one anymore.
Ready.
For the rebellion.
Alright,
Let's
in
go.
we go.
Ready to roll. Roger that.
Yes,
Unit
keep going.
destroyed.
Avoiding fire. Forward. Form up.
Hey, Schism. How's it going?
Attack.
I'm not too bad, thanks.
Enemy has been defeated.
All right, we got him. We got the massive stack of dead people. Absolutely worth it, I think. 20 army troops. God damn. Anything exciting going on for 2021? Hopefully working on Ascendancy again. Once I figure out an easier pipeline for Ascendancy. Once I figure out an easier pipeline to get our stuff rigged. It's just the rigging is not fun. But that's going to do it for this episode. For those watching on Twitch, we're going to keep going. For those watching on YouTube, thanks for watching and hope to see you next time.